Classic Hits, My 105.9. Finally Friday morning, and we're happy to welcome back a very good friend of ours. Mo Mandel is here because Lucas Seeley presents live comedy at the Red Door. Good to see you again.
Thank you, man. It's good to see you, too.
It's been years since you've been here, but we actually spoke just like last month because you get the big TV thing going with True TV's Barmageddon.
Yeah, that was nice to be able to call in and promote on your show, man. It's nicer to be in the studio here. I forgot how you have a jacuzzi in here.
Yeah, this place is real fancy. These
models hanging out.
Yeah.
And this is a glorious chandelier. Did you just put that in here? It's really
that's new.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
I always forgot that it's like, that you guys in Montana, you really do radio right.
We class it up for you. We knew you were coming all this way.
Yeah, speaking of classing up, last night I actually popped in at the open mic at the Red Door, and it was quite an experience.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know they had open mic last night.
I didn't know they had an open mic either, but I'll tell you, flying to Montana and then doing an open mic in front of 6 people, that is the way to spend a Thursday, people. That is the way.
You know you've changed your career.
Yeah, right.
Your career is going onward and up.
Screw that TV stuff.
Yeah, that was fun, though, man. I hadn't been to an open mic in years, and it was exactly as I remember.
Uh-huh. This is the first time you've been back to Montana for a long time.
It's the first time I've been back to Billings, but I went with Lucas and we did a run out in western Montana, Missoula, and all that.
Yeah. What do you think of it out there?
I liked it, man. I almost got beaten up in Butte, and
everybody
would have been an even better story if I had, I'm sure.
That's a rough town.
Right, it's a rough town, dude. But it was that was actually the only time I was ever drunk on stage was in Butte, Montana, because they started. I don't ever drink on stage because I want to be as hilarious as possible. Uh-huh. And they started sending me shots, and I got the sense if I had turned them away, I would have been beaten to death. So I just started drinking them, and all of a sudden I was just trashed.
What about on the TV show? I see you with a drink. Is that a real drink?
It is a real drink. Yeah, I mean, in that show, it's like they're always trying to get me to try all the different, cocktails and this and that, and these bar owners take it all so seriously. Like, hey, I put eucalyptus in this margarita. You have to try this, and I was like, and by the end, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And then I'll have another one, and then I'll have another one. And then you end up getting pretty smashed.
Is it 2 or 3 seasons now?
We've done 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yes.
So you've been to a lot of bars.
Tons of
all
bars.
over the U.S.
Yeah.
What's the nicest bar you've ever been to?
Nicest bar? Probably this bar Prohibition in New York. It's in the upper.
Oh, I remember that episode.
Upper East Side.
Fancy, huh?
It was very fancy. Funnest bar, I would say, was at this bar, the Wild Beaver Saloon, and that's a vagina reference, I believe.
Oh, possibly.
I'm guessing. Or the guy just really loves wildlife, but maybe both. But they had a giant mechanical bull in the bar. It was in Nashville, and I got to just ride it. I'd never ridden one of those before.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm bashful. But it was fun as hell.
Those are fun.
Yeah, it was great.
You don't have a lot of those in California?
We have like one in L.A. but I would never do it in front of, but when I was just in the bar before
That's comedy right
before
there.
it opened, I was like, dude, I'm just let me just ride this thing for a while. And the guy like, all right, see if you can stay on. And I totally sucked at it, but it was still pretty
Have you been in some like just total crap holes?
Oh, God, yes. One bar we shot in Queens, New York, the guy, instead of buying cocktail napkins, he would just buy paper towels and cut them into little squares.
Really?
Now, that is about as ghetto as it gets.
That's cheap.
That is cheap. I mean, just think of the labor hours you're putting into cutting up paper towels. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But on the bonus side, the drink sucked. So they class it up with that.
Right. And you're on something else on True TV too, right?
It's a little clip show called How to Be a Grown Up. It's just like a little one of those comedians pop in there and say some joke about a different subject, and then you get paid $1,000, and then you go buy cocaine. The usual Hollywood deal. No, but yeah, I've been doing that, and then I write for this show on VH1 called Barely Famous, which is a sitcom, and I was on that as well. It was cool. I got to play a warped version of myself. It's like a fake reality show, and one of the girls was dating me in the script, but they wanted me to be like the ultimate douchebag version of myself, so I just upped it up like 3%, and it was great. But it was funny because one of this girl I was dating saw the episode, and she's like, "Wait a minute, why don't I understand? Was this actually real? Is that actually?" I was like, "No, it's a fake reality show. I was playing myself." It was confusing.
She's like, "Is this what you're like?"
Okay, you're even worse than I thought. All right.
Do you like the comedy writing stuff?
Yeah, I love it. Writing is like what I started out doing.
Because actually, I was listening to Kurt Metzger on Mark Maron. Maron. Right. Like yesterday. And he's writing for Amy Schumer now.
Yeah.
That's a good gig.
Yeah, it's not a bad gig, man.
Right?
Yeah. Amy actually asked me to write for something of hers like years ago, and I was like busy. I was like, I can't do it. And then I really should have done that apparently.
Do you know Kurt Metzger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Is he?
Well, I know. I heard you guys had some bad experiences with him.
No, I think he was just maybe overdoing his deal there.
Yeah. I heard that's what he was telling me. He said maybe people walked out at shows, which is amazing because Montana crowds are generally pretty badass. I like it up here. I feel like people don't really give a shit about too much, and so if you can offend people up here, I guess you really must be a real dick.
Yeah, there you did it. Yep.
All right, there you go.
We're really excited for the shows that's happening tonight
It's gonna be
and
good,
tomorrow
man.
night.
Yeah, I'm shooting my Netflix special, and I'm shooting an hour special for Netflix in a few weeks. So I've been working like crazy on my act, so it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be everything that this interview has not been.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. All right, Mo. Really good to see you again. Mo Mandel tonight and tomorrow night. Tickets still available at the Red Door at montanacomedy.com. All right.
Yeah,
Have
it's
a
good
good
to see you,
weekend.
man. Enjoy that Frappuccino.